Hey guys, it's me Tilly, and today I'm back with the third episode of the Let's Progress series, in which I'm trying to read ROMEL requirements on a new character that does not have any funding in terms of gold from my main character or spending IRL money or anything really. I'm just trying to get there fair and square off of the stuff that she drops and she gets from events and stuff. So today the third episode. Last time we left off after the 10th day of playing the character, being able to do Epona. Today we're back after the 14th day, like actually right after the stream. I'm recording this right now because I'm really happy for it and hyped about it, since we did unlock ROMEL. That, as a spoiler alert, we did it. It was really a bit stressful over the past 2 days, since I ran out of a bunch of really important resources, but I'll get to that in a second. Let me tell you what I did first after last videos, and let me also explain why it may not be the best thing for you. I went ahead and after unlocking See It, that opens up the path for Laura, the 4th Redeemer, which again, if you kill her 5 times, it only gets you 1% per kill. You get 4 critical from the first 2 milestones. I was able to do it because I was feeling confident in my ability to play the character and knowing the boss well enough to a point where I can deal 2%. Since the Dana update, 2% is the damage requirement you need to do in order to get a successful battle completion. If you deal 1.99%, you will fail, you will not get loot, you will not get the progression on this one. So I did it with like the bare minimum stats you could have possibly thinking. And I did around 3 to 4% damage. Given that some of the groups that I joined were really filled with like high gear players, and I was actually still baffled that I was able to pull off 3% in those runs. But I would recommend you to probably get a bit more attack than I have. Like right now I'm on almost 42k, but don't forget that I have like 500 here and another 100 here. I'm really down to 41k on Redeemers, since all of these buffs will not apply there. So really try to get some more attack. Maybe you are lucky enough to get a 13 plus 13 weapon, or maybe you should really do that. Synthesize your weapon on attack right here and on the perfect. Like, just try to push as much attack as possible. Maybe even exchange your bracelets, something like that. Just anything that gets you closer to the 45.5k attack limit Laura has. You don't have to get there. Just don't miss almost 5k attack as I did. Because for you guys who don't know the boss well enough, it might be hard. Laura does not have rookie revives yet, so you die once, you get revived by other players, you die a second time, you have a 7-minute timeout. And for the raids last only like 10-15 minutes. That's like GG. I was able, over the full duration of not dying once during these 5 runs, I was able to dish out like 3%. If you cut that in half because I was laying on the floor for half of the battle, I wouldn't even make it. So this is something that will require you more knowledge of your character and also more a bit more gear than I did it with. Still, I think it's a very good thing to do, and you will get it done. Just try to not rush it. I'm not really trying to brag with the numbers. I'm able to do this and that after 10, after 14 days. It's just so you know how fast it could be done. You should really take more time. You probably don't have all of the gold that I get, because I was, to be honest, really lucky. I have all of the pre-existing knowledge and everything that you probably just don't have. So let it be fine. Farm those same Season 4 raids for 10 days instead of 5 days like I did. And that way you'll obviously instantly get, or not instantly, but over the time, you get more knowledge and you will still be able to do this milestone handily. After doing Laura, I was really only missing 4 critical and 5 balance and 1k defense. As I explained in my last video, since I'm going the route of non-Einlacker completion, I really need 2 pieces of Militian armor to get me to the defense requirement. So that's what I did. I got 2 pieces of Militian armor. I abused the current event, I'll be honest, where you get max stat Militian armor essences. And you too should get those. Pick between helmet, gloves and boots as a priority, since those give you more defense if you upgrade the Astera version to the Milesian version. If you need more critical, go for the helmet, since the scrolls on there basically have a +2 critical and only a +1 balance compared to the Astera. On gloves and boots is the other way around. It's +2 balance and +1 crit compared to the Astera version. So I basically went with boots and gloves, and here's my first item. I used the event essence, which is max, so I didn't have to spend any money on the synthesis. I got Weeping and Soul enchanted on it, and I got it upgraded to +11. +11, I tried for 12, but I failed. Like, I'm really not lucky when it comes to upgrading on this character, I have to be honest. One other thing I did is, again, the current event, I used the 100% success rate rank 6 scroll to get the more expensive one. Really, when you get any of these 100% scrolls, always look for what is the most expensive one that you still need. For me, it was the Soul Enchant scroll on this one here. Let me actually put this one on so you see my stats with it. The Weeping I failed on the first, succeeded on the second, so we got this item already. Cool. That means we're only really about one Milesian item away, and that's where it started getting really a problem, because this one was not +11 all along. I had this as at +8, and also this, the glove is still at +8. I had both of those ready, enchanted. I had the max synth on the essence, and by the way, if you need any knowledge about synthesizing enchanting, I just keep mentioning them then casually. I will link my beginner guide playlist down below, where everything that you ever need to know about any sort of upgrading in the game is part of. I was actually missing additional damage. That was my issue, so I really had to get one of them to +11 to get there, and I finally, thankfully, did it today with runes from the event again. Like, as a new player, 100% you should get this rune. You will need it. At least I did, since my weapon failed a whole lot. I used all of my leveling runes on the weapon, so I had none left over for these two items. But then again, the Weeping and the Soul, they are pretty cheap, to be honest, to buy. Only like 4 million on EU, 4 to 5 million. The issue I ran into really was the runes. I failed so many of them that I ran out of runes. I even bought the weekly one with Seals of Bravery right here. That's why I'm low-key out of Seals of Bravery. I bought it last week. I actually bought it this week, never mind. And I still couldn't really, I just barely got there on these two items. But as you can see, we need 205 crit. We are only on 203 crit. The thing I would really wanted to do is get a capture and chance scroll for 4 to 5 million again on this item right here. This item will stay with us the longest out of all the armors, so it's fine getting it right there. It would be +2 crit for 4 million if it succeeds. And I had one unstable rune. Bad news, we failed, so we had to look for another way that's, again, more expensive. If you have leftover runes, I would probably recommend you, and you're missing 2 crit only, or like 2 balance even, like, look for rank 6 scrolls first. They are nowadays really cheap, because most endgame players head over to rank 5 scrolls, and rank 6 scrolls are actually given out by the events every now and then. That's why I felt confident using it on the event, because the rank 6 scroll, we get basically every event cycle one of those. What I did then is I'm missing 2 crit, so I got myself a Red Moon Brooch, which is only +1 crit. So I would have had to farm more Seals of Bravery to get another +1 critical stone, but I also had my hands on intermediate element stones. So I just said, hey, roll it, and I was really lucky enough to get +2 crit on it, one more than I actually needed to unlock ROMEL. So if you go here, you see me be on 2.6 instead of 2.5. That was really lucky, but then again, if I didn't first try the +2 critical, which is actually pretty lucky to be honest, I would have still gotten there with the +1. I would have grinded like 20 more seals in Abyssal Arena. Hey guys, Editing Tilly here real fast again. I will show you guys a table on the screen right now with my current stats and also the ROMEL required stats. The table will differ a slight bit from my character window due to me having some buffs, still having the outfit equipped with 2 balance and everything. So really take the table as my current stats, because those are not faked by any items that I should not have or any buffs that are really misleading. I would have gotten there anyway. We got lucky in the end. Again, also we still have some money left over because we got lucky today again on the drops. But none of the upgrade luck was really needed, and on the scrolls I was average lucky, I wanna say. I got 1 for free 100%. I first tried 1 and I failed 2 out of 3 ones that I had to try. 2 I failed. So my success ratio is not there, and then I failed another one. So out of 4 scrolls I tried, 3 of them failed really on the first try. Not really the best, but we got there anyway. I ran the maths. I got there with around, I rounded it up, 120 million. If you have a slightly better success rate on all of the upgrades, if you don't waste materials like I did, for example, the Capture Enchant Scroll, I wasted. I spent money on trying to do a reforge on this weapon, which again failed. You can see my fail stacks, I'm on 3 fail stacks. I even factored that reforge into this 120 million. It sounds a lot, but I even have 40 million left over. Again, I was decently lucky over those 14 days. I got more rare drops than my Arisha has ever seen. But for you, that is still accessible in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Double the time. Like a month to unlock ROMEL as a new player is still a decent pace in my opinion. Alright, so we are there on ROMEL. That was the goal, the initial goal for this series. I will continue with 1 or 2 more videos in this series where I will basically do some aftermaths. What am I doing now? How am I looking into the future when it comes to Naberius, who is going to be the next raid in around 2 months? And how you get there, because you might watch the guide after Naberius was already released. So I will obviously also help you to get there. Again, I will show you the proof that we don't have any of the Einlacker titles. Under the radar, it's the first one. We have 10 out of 22. And then if we scroll up for Raid Runner, it is 13 out of 14. That's something I could also explain, because some of you might not understand why for you it's 27, for me it's 14. If you have a character that has finished the achievement, all of the other characters have the requirement cut in half. Same thing for Redeemers. I said in the first video how I only needed to do Baylor 2 times to get all of the stats when you need to do 4. That's the reason. My main character obviously has those done, so I get 50% instead of 25 like you guys do. But just to say again, I got there without Einlacker. It would have been a whole lot easier to do it with Einlacker, because then I could have saved like this item right here, which is kind of an abomination with the +8, and I really hate looking at it. But now that I'm a bit more open to use events, I may use this +15. You know what? Little bonus for this video. Let's open the +15 right on video and see what happens. If we get 11, we'll just use it on this one. If we get anything higher, then I don't know. We got an 11. Yeah, that was pretty much expected. Let's actually use it, because I would not want to join ROMEL quick battles with just a +8. People would hate me for doing so. Can I enhance it though? No. I can't. Is it actually? Do I have to reforge it? Oh no, I don't. Right, little bonus enhancement as well. To be expected, that's the luck I really have to deal with on this character. Just so in case you missed my streams. Thank you guys so much for watching so far. This should be uploaded on Christmas Eve. Yes, I'm German, so this is on the 24th. I mean, Christmas Eve is on 24th for all of you, but we celebrate on the 24th. Welcome to Germany, and I hope you have nice holidays. Spend them with the ones you love, and hope Santa gets all of the plus 50 enhancements that you wish for. I'm out for now, but I'll catch you in no time. Probably still this year. So until then, bye guys.